Ever imagine your business like surviving a revolution? Not just surviving, but thriving.
Yeah, talk about a high-stakes game.
That's what we're diving into today, the whole idea of political risk.
And for a case study, well, it doesn't get much wilder than Gaddafi's Libya.
Right, because we're not just talking about political instability.
We're going to look at 8 Turkish construction companies, all operating in Libya right before the 2011 revolution.
8 different companies, 8 different approaches, I'm guessing.
Exactly. Some got as close to the regime as they could. That's a pretty good analogy.
Okay, so we've got these Turkish companies, each doing their own dance with the Gaddafi regime. And then, out of nowhere, damn, the Arab Spring explodes.
Talk about a curveball, right?
This isn't just like a changing government. This is a whole system meltdown.
Total earthquake. And
Right.
suddenly, all those cozy relationships, those ironclad contracts, they might not mean a thing.
So what happens? Who comes out on top when the dust settles?
That's what Darendeli and Hill wanted to know. And what they found is, it wasn't about being chummy with Gaddafi. It was about understanding the social landscape.
So like, who you know still matters.
More like how many you know, and how well you've treated them. See, some companies had made a point of embedding themselves in the community.
Like, really putting down roots.
They were out there attending local weddings, supporting community projects, even showing up for their workers' families, good times and bad.
Building that goodwill.
And when the revolution hit, that goodwill became their shield. Local communities actually protected their construction sites from looting.
While the guys who just relied on contracts.
They were left holding the bag, pretty much.
Wow. So it's not just about who's taking your calls at the presidential palace. It's about who's got your back in the streets.
Exactly. And that brings us to a really important idea, legitimacy.
Okay, legitimacy. But we're not talking about, like, legal paperwork, right?
Right. It's bigger than that. It's about being seen as having the right to operate, not just by governments, but by the people, the community.
And in a place like Libya, under Gaddafi, that kind of legitimacy, it's got to run deeper than just, following the rules.
Absolutely. It's about different levels of acceptance, right? There's that deep level cognitive legitimacy where you're so woven into the fabric of society, nobody even questions you being there.
Like that little corner store, been there forever.
Exactly. Then there's pragmatic legitimacy, you're delivering, benefits are clear, you're contributing.
So for our construction companies, that could be building hospitals, schools, creating jobs, right?
You got it.
The YUK really understood things. Supporting families, respecting local customs, that builds moral legitimacy.
They were practically a local business at that point, in the eyes of many. Yeah, they had local officials, community leaders all vouching for them, allowed them to keep working on this huge airport project.
Saved by their connections.
It really shows you gotta have a multi-layered strategy. Governments are important, but you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
So it's that mix of political savvy, but also genuine community relationships. That's how you weather the storm. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
Anytime. Really glad we could dig into this.
And for everyone listening, remember to check out the show notes for more information and all the research we talked about today. Until next time, keep asking those big questions.